Hey, Coach. The Clippers, they started out the game with Kawhi on John Tyus. Just when you have a guy with that kind of size hounding your point guards, just what kind of adjustments do you have to make initiating the offense?
Yeah, I mean, you just gotta get the ball moving. They switch, so we tried to get them in switch situations to take advantage of it. So obviously, when you've got a lot of length there on the floor, it can be challenging for our guards.
Evan Barnes.
Sarah, obviously these two games have been kind of almost another a lesson, if you will, kind of just facing another elite team. What can you take away from maybe how well you guys played yesterday, but also kind of what you learned maybe today facing the same team?
Yeah, I mean, you just got to have consistency night in, night out. I mean, especially when you beat a team like we did last night, that's, an elite team, they're going to respond. I thought they came out and played great. They shared the ball really well. Obviously, Kawhi had a heck of a game. They set a tone early in that first quarter, but you look at the box score, we were down 2 in 3 of the quarters in that second quarter. That end of the second quarter was kind of the deciding factor, despite them playing really well. I thought defensively, our urgency wasn't really there. We had that last night defending the 3-point line, especially the corners. We really struggled with that. Our rotations weren't where they needed to be. And then, I thought they raised their level, with physicality, but we shot 17 more shots to them. But I'm looking at it right now, shot 15% less. It's hard to win NBA games when you shoot 17 more shots than a team and don't make them. So I thought we got great looks. They didn't fall tonight. I think our defense was average, wasn't at the level. So the learning lesson is you guys got to raise your level. And your defense has got to be consistent night in, night out, especially when you beat a team like you did, the way we did last night.
Shawn Coleman.
Coach, tonight, D'Anthony Melton really looked good, especially with his ball handling. It looks like he got several good looks from three and driving to the basket. Have you seen the progression in that certain area of his game?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's yeah, absolutely. Especially, him embracing the 3-point shot, obviously knocked down a couple there, in the first half. That was big for us. But his ability, especially against teams with length and having multiple handlers out there, being able to navigate and get inside them, not always on our point guards having to break down the defense. I thought he did a really good job tonight, especially even distributing at times too. But he did a really good job playmaking, and I think that's something he's really worked on. That's something that we knew, over the last year plus that he had the capabilities of doing, being a secondary handler out there. So hopefully he continues to grow, continues to embrace the playmaking, and also 3-point shooting too.
Evan Barnes.
Taylor, at the end, John obviously got ejected for the first time. He said he wanted more respect, and he's talked about wanting more respect at the foul line. Do you see him just, not just wanting it, but just trying to be more aggressive, getting to the basket and just trying to, get that respect from the refs when he's, getting those drives in?
Yeah, I mean, I think just a big focus of his is just finding different ways to elevate his game and, finding next layers to add. And I think he's done a really good job last couple of games, getting to the foul line, creating contact. So that's something that, we're continuing to push him to get better in.
Kahari Jones.
Hey, what's going on, Coach? I wanted to ask more about Melton. Can you just elaborate more just about his development? You guys signed him in the re-signed him to a deal in the offseason and things of that nature. And then also his relationship with former player Tony Allen. How have you seen him grow over the past year?
Yeah, I mean, he's constantly growing. I mean, every single day, I think he's, a really good worker. Obviously we know what his capabilities are on the defensive end. I mean, obviously is, off ball, hands, disruption, defensive rebounding. Obviously we're just continuing to challenge to become, even a better individual defender. With his length, he can be a disruptor on the defensive end. So we want him to be a multifaceted defender. And offensively, I just think, over the first hiatus and then over this offseason, he just really embraced the efficiency of his offensive game, just understanding how he can be a better playmaker with the ball in his hands, how he can shoot, with more confidence, taking less mid-range jumpers, but when he's still, got it in his arsenal, but also just, stepping out to that 3-point line a little bit more with confidence. So I think he's really put in the work and it's starting to pay off. And as he continues to get these game reps, he's just constantly learning from it.
Final question, Parker Fleming.
Yeah, Coach, I was just going to ask, I noticed that Grayson had went back to the locker room. Was there any kind of injury concern there for him?
Yeah, I mean, he took a blow to the head. I mean, he's still getting evaluated by our medical team. Obviously, they wanted to be cautious and rule him out, especially when you take a hard hit like that to the head. So we'll have more updates hopefully tomorrow as we get through the night and see how he wakes up tomorrow.